my God, we are live. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube.
We are.
You.
Yeah.
Today. Because F1 is back. We're back. F1's back. You're back. He's back. I'm back. We're all back.
Everyone's back.
Gianni's back. Hello,
Gianni.
Carola.
Hello.
And it's the Belgian GP, one of the best races of the season. Well, race tracks of the season.
Yes, race tracks.
I won't kind of look to...
Let's not remember last year.
Tempt fate.
Hey, Sam.
Last year was a bit of a... Sorry there. I was just thinking about better. Zandvoort is better. Yes, Gianni for the Dutch. But come on, it's almost like double Dutch coming up because the Orange Army always coming forward to Spa, and now they've got Zandvoort as well. It's like a 2-week holiday for them. Party, party, party! Zandvoort party, Spa party. Car racing.
It's at this moment I say, have you remembered the tweet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I tweeted out before, actually. I was actually incredibly prepared. It's what happens when 3 weeks are off.
Yeah, it feels forever.
I actually remember to be competent. I asked people to go, why wouldn't they be here? Because what could possibly be more important than being in an F1 Fanatic stream? And I also said, don't answer that. So if you're going to say anything nasty, don't say it.
And by not answering it, they confirm nothing is more important.
Absolutely. It's a win-win for us. I tried to get tickets to Spa even though I'm Dutch. I didn't know you were Dutch, Carola. That's nice to know. Not that we randomly look at names and can tell whether someone's Dutch or not. But yeah, there you go. Mondello is better, Sam. Look at this. Look at this. Everyone trying to come in and go from there. Spa's a great track. It's always one of the fun ones to play on the game. I enjoy Spa. Do you enjoy Spa?
I enjoy Spa.
Spa. But not that Spa. The real Spa.
I enjoy going to the Spa. I actually have never been to a Spa.
No, I've never been to a Spa ever. Can't you tell by the rugged people that we are? Look, we just look like you've grabbed us off a back alley in the street rough. We don't look precious.
Is that what people go to spas to? Look precious?
Well, I don't know. I've now maybe after they've come out, I guess that's the point of a spa.
To look precious.
As always, we come out of this going, sorry, should we talk about some racing? Right? I'm gonna have a go. By the way, John T. James, nothing's more important than F1 Fanatic stream. You see, this is the type of fan that we love. John T, you're my hero. Stephen?
Yeah, my hero as well.
You're our hero. Look at you out there being a hero to us. God, Joe. Oh, you. Oh.
Jesus.
You're the guy, hero, right there.
Bam.
Right there, right. Mike's real man, he doesn't need a spa. Exactly. No spa. I haven't even shaved in a couple of days. Look at me, Jesus. No spa. Let me just go. Stephen.
Get a handle of yourself.
Sorry, I don't know.
Look yourself in the mirror and go, is that who I want to be? The answer will be no.
We really shouldn't have breaks from live stream because this is what happens when we come back to a live stream. What is this? Although rain might not be a good idea with Bottas bowling. Screw up, fancy! I'm still angry, Bottas! Sorry for any ears that were broken from there. Still angry. And you know what? I'm going to have a go at F1. What a boring summer break it's been. Usually we get at least like one driver announcement. Red Bull deciding to play roulette with their kind of juniors. Who's going to be kicked out this year? Who's going to be kicked out? Whose performance is doing okay, but we still think they're filling the gap. So with recent news, how long before Toto is swimming with the fishes? Oh dear, yes. I guess that's some exciting? Is that it? That potentially they're looking into the finances between Aston Martin and Toto Wolff.
Oh,
Because maybe there's something underhand going on.
what? What is? I haven't been following that story. Fill me in.
No, I just believe there was an unusual in the one of the share prices has risen by 60%.
Oh,
I believe. Red Bull's keeping Perez, and I
Okay.
would not be surprised if Bottas keeps his seat since Hamilton really likes him there. Absolutely. This is prime 2007 F1 coming back. See? This is what it is. We are... It is... no, not us. They're talking about, like, Crashgate and stuff like that, and Spygate. Yeah, absolutely.
do we say anything about the weekend thing now, or do we leave that till later?
Well, I was letting, like, the people come in.
Okay.
Because you guys are in for some extra Fanatics content and the beginning of an exciting new journey. And there's a couple of great guys along with us.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah, they are! Yeah! You're number one! Number
It's got
one!
notes to Germany.
No, it doesn't. But I never miss out on an opportunity to do a Seb number one because it's just great. Number one!
Seb is actually joining F1 Fanatics. And he will be part of our coverage this weekend.
Formula E Fanatics. Unfortunately, no. We don't want to step on Dan's toes, you know. He is the real Formula E fanatic.
Exactly.
All these other fake Formula E fanatics. We couldn't be a fake Formula E fanatic. We couldn't take that away from Dan. Couldn't do that to him.
So, shall we start? Jump into it?
Yeah, I guess we should probably Porsche fanatics. Yes. Porsche. Genuinely, I'll be honest with you. I was really disappointed when we went to Silverstone because I really wanted to see Théo Porsche like in an exciting race, and he binned it in practice, and basically he didn't do bad over the course of the weekend.
Didn't he have a decent sprint race?
Yeah, whatever the kind of Formula 2 format
the
is.
races weren't great at Silverstone for the F2.
So are we talking about the race, or are we going to talk about Indy? No, the IndyCar podcast is coming out actually as this scene just exported. So I'll be uploading that, and I think come out about 9 p.m. UK time. I think analytics wise, that looks a good point to release it. Who knows? But yeah, we should talk about F1. Ralph Bichon greater than Porsche Sam Magara's just starting a war in the thing. He just came back from a broken wrist, to be fair to him. I don't care. He's meant to be a superhero, isn't he? Just ask Jonty. Would a broken wrist stop Jonty from being a hero? I don't think so. Still recovering from his broken wrist, actually told not to. Yeah, I know. I wasn't saying that he was bad because I was disappointed in him because I wanted to see him do well. I get the mitigating standards that kind of came from it, but I just wanted to see him in the flesh do well. It wasn't a dig at Porsche. I wanted to see him do well. Just wanted to see him do well.
Yeah.
Have I said well enough?
Yeah.
Well.
Maybe use another word.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No, my mind's blank.
Not sure.
I can only think well.
Yeah. I'm a well thinker.
Hello,
Infinite. How are you?
Pretty well.
How are you? Good to give some jokes to Stephen, I'm sure, over the thing. Bichon is in the Campos. That's worse than a broken wrist. It's a bit harsh. It's probably true, but do you think the Ferrari engine is strong to compete with Mercedes and Honda this year? No. But good question, Dane, to get us back onto racing. Thoughts ahead of this weekend? What are you feeling? Spa. We've said it's a great track.
Yeah. Well, shall we jump into the main talking point first? The title fight. Obviously.
Ding, 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 ding.
The last two races.
What round are we on? 14? Is it something like that?
Just, yes, I know that. Mercedes have tackled back the lead of both, I believe, both the
both
constructors
championships
and drivers'
I know it's been a
championship.
while and you've wanted to kind of like suppress it, but they are in lead in both.
Yes, and it's whether they can build on that or will Red Bull punch back?
Or would you say, will they strike back? Dun, 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 dun. We've already used that for IndyCar. We can't go cross channels. Blend. Seen some things about Mercedes having a potential engine upgrade. Could be very scary. But look, traditionally, I think Mercedes are pretty strong here.
Yeah. I mean, they've been dominant.
Yeah. But Max traditionally hasn't had the best results here.
Okay.
So, technically speaking, I think Mercedes will still have the advantage in both championships at the end of the race. So that's a curveball for you.
No, it really wasn't.
Coming.
No.
Come on, Mercedes. They've never been this successful in the last.
No, that wasn't a curveball.
I don't know. I don't think you understand the definition of a curveball, Stephen.
I do think it is advantage Mercedes, though, this weekend. I do think they have, even though Honda's engine massively improved this year, Mercedes do seem to have the straight line advantage, or they have done at some races.
Yes.
Although Baku, it was...
Could all have been down to setup, to be fair.
Yes, because obviously Silverstone, Lewis was running a much more top speedy setup. What was the other track? Didn't they have better straight line at Imola all the way back then?
Potentially.
I'm trying to think.
I can't think. But yes.
I think Spain and Portimao.
Spain and Portimao, they just had a better car.
Yeah.
It is getting a bit of that blur of trying to remember what's happened in the season so far and what everything's fallen into place.
But the thing with the last two races, obviously incidents have meant Mercedes have walked away with clear advantages from both. If they then come to Spa and just outright beat Red Bull on better car, yikes.
Worried.
And part of me feel like that's going to happen.
I'm going to go with, I think Mercedes will take the early advantage in Spa, but I think Red Bull will be stronger in Zandvoort and Monza. But that's obviously going through there. But I think looking ahead to this weekend, I can see past Mercedes, but I can't see past Mercedes, if that makes sense.
Lewis and Mercedes, they've won the past 6 years. It's like the...
No, because Leclerc won one in there.
Championships.
Oh, right. Yeah, those. Yeah, no.
Well, 7 including Rosberg's. But yes, they're just a winning machine.
So,
and I don't think Red Bull have that much of a car advantage anymore.
Stephen, these people have come after 3 weeks of a break from F1. And what you are trying to sell them right here is a Mercedes dominant second half of the season. Is that what you're trying to sell them right now? What is wrong with you? Hello, Liam. First comment since we met in Silverstone. Hope you're well and hope your family are well. It was great to see you at Silverstone, Liam. Great for that. I'm going to go on from Stephen's point, just trying to sell the doom and gloom over here. One prediction I made is Lewis pole, but Max takes the lead Lecombs, and viewers have to go at the TV directors for looking at the Orange Army when he gets past. Every possibility. I like that. Put a bet on that, Mr. Peng. Look at the McLaren and Aston straight line speed versus the Alpha. The Merc engine defo has an advantage, in my opinion. I'd agree. Yep. More straight line in France. Yeah. I'm predicting some Ocon shenanigans. Ooh, Zoe. All right. And what happened last time? I predicted something in chat, and what happened? All right. God. Okay. So Ocon's going to send someone into the wall.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
We're on like a power. Obviously, Sandvort is less power focus, but then we're at Monza. This could be a real rough patch for Red Bull.
It really
on
could
just
be.
pure car performance.
It really could be. And you always want to get a point advantage because everyone goes, it's always easier having points on the board, isn't it? It's a kind of classic of football analogy of when you're in the table. Like people can have games in hands, but you've still got to earn those points. Those aren't points. It's better to actually have the points than the ones
They go, oh, we could have those points.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Josh. Ocon sending someone into the wall. Back to form then. Yeah, look, honestly, the guy won his first ever F1 race this time, and we're saying that he's going to be sending people into the wall. What kind of hell are we destined for? Don't know. I think Merc has the best engine, which is why Vettel was winning in Spa. Thank you, Sam. Brilliant. Infinite's in tears. Business end of the season, and Merc always turn it on. John T with a very serious question there, and you can't really disagree. Red Bull grid pens incoming. Absolutely, they are.
Yes, of course.
They're both going to need the engine penalty, so that's going to be an issue. Hello, David. Xavier. Welcome to chat. When did Ocon send someone into the wall? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I thought it was the other way around. Well, I suppose him and Perez in that season were a bit half a dozen of one and six of the other.
Yeah.
Go for an air. Gianni is back. Hi, Gianni. Hello, Katie.
Sorry, I diverted us off to look at the bleak picture that the season may now appear in. But back to Spa. And tile fight, we're both feeling Mercedes are going to be very strong here because of the straights, because their engine looks pretty impressive. They're going to have advantage. Max is going to have a tough time. And maybe there won't be any contact. We can only hope. But looking at the rest of the field, do you think Alpine will be able to continue their strong form?
Yeah, a lot of them. But I think McLaren and Aston Martin should have stronger weekends. Actually, I would align Ferrari to. McLaren are going to be the third best team there.
Yeah.
I think it's Spa. Ferrari will be in this weird little middle ground that they've put themselves in, and Leclerc and Sainz will continue to do well. But I think Aston Martin will beat Alpine. I think if we're talking about engines...
True.
It's actually I would think the overall package of the Alpine that has got better. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because they've been strong, but have they been strong on a heavy engine dominated track?
Well, Aston were quicker than them by a little bit in Hungary, not enough to take the lead, but Aston were quicker than them there. So I think Aston Martin do have the better car.
Yeah. And also, I'm thinking Baku was a street circuit that has obviously a high top speed. That was the last top speed we went to. And the only reason Alonso got a P7 finish was because of that wacky last two lap restart. And whenever you have a start of the race, the difference doesn't happen. And
yeah.
Thoughts on Sir Lancelot winning the Italian GP? I mean, Josh, that's 2 weeks in advance, mate. We're on Belgian Spa, but of course he's going to win it. Yeah, I mean, as long as Vettel doesn't take him out just after the Ascari chicane again, then he should be all right, you know. But yeah, right. Anything Infinite's making Geo jokes? Leave Jesus alone.
Can he not crash out this week? Big question. Big question mark there.
Look, all I'm saying is Hamilton better not try his slow up before a Rouge tactic on Max because that will end in tears. I think both will be sensible, and everything that's gone in, even this year around a Rouge, I don't think we're going to get a big crash. I hate saying stuff like that. I hope that, yes, if they do come to blows, it isn't on something like a Rouge because, that could be very dangerous. Only way Red Bull wins this title is if I have Pasta and tell him to overtake Lewis like in Valencia. Oh, thank you, Zoe. You mean how Mercedes are currently playing dodgems with their cars? Absolutely. You know, next week, the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. Gianni, we get it. Zandvoort, we get it. We're talking about Spa, though, remember? Oh, geez.
Could this be the last time we see a Rouge and Radion? Or Radion a Rouge?
Last time? What, you think they'd changed the whole corner configuration? I
think Michael Massey said it's fine, but then isn't there growing pressure to possibly redo the corner?
Really? Redo the corner?
Yeah, because of the F2 incident, and then we also had the endurance.
I thought it would be redoing barriers / runoff areas.
Possibly.
Rather than actual change in the substantial part of it. Thoughts on changes to Yas Marina? Finally! But yeah.
Only time will tell with Yas Marina. But wait, that doesn't really make sense. Once we get there, who knows?
Okay. I kind of blissfully went over the midfield in terms of McLaren, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Alpine. But any big moments from them? Lando Norris continuing his incredible push. I think
the bounce back of
technically, people may say somewhat of Sky F1 coverage will mention some fact that his mum's side has links to Belgian. Lando. They'll mention some sort of it being a half home race for him. But I think Lando Norris has, from memory, been fairly good at Spa.
Yeah, I think so.
we're just going, Lando being good? Yeah, mum of Lando is Flemish. There we go. Cheers, Carola.
I mean, he's been one of the drivers of the season so far, and he was on McLaren's record point scoring run until he got punted out in Hungary.
Yeah, and
so it's going to be the bounce back.
Leclerc's first win was Spa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd expect Leclerc to do well in that Ferrari. It's going to be interesting to see where that pace is, because obviously the big advantage, the big engine upgrade for Ferrari is coming next year. But Ferrari is such an enigma for me. I don't really know. They do really well, and suddenly you're going, wow, they look like got a great car. And then other times McLaren look comfortably better. And I'm like,
you can never predict. Even from practice and qualifying, they could do something completely different in the race.
Yeah, I mean, that's Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
They are the enigma within an enigma within an enigma. Hello, Azir. Just here to tell you that the Marlboro McLaren is the most overrated livery of all time. You upset? Is this in like Aldaz's livery competition that's going on? Did it get kind of ruled out early? It must have won or something like that. I think Lando beats Bottas and Perez on pace on a track like this, and I've predicted ages ago a Lando pole in Italy. Look, guys, I know we've been back just 23 minutes now, but let's try and stay focused on Belgium. We keep talking about Italy, and everyone's writing off Zandvoort apart from Gianni, who's like, it's Zandvoort next week. Oh, dear, unbelievable. I mean, I do agree with you, because that Renault livery is my favourite livery of all time. But yeah, no, absolutely.
Lando to beat Checo and Bottas on outright pace. I guess we saw, wasn't it, Ricciardo last year nearly catching
Max,
the top three?
Yeah.
Max in particular. It's going to be difficult. If Bottas and Checo have clean races,
I think Bottas, it would be incredibly hard for him to beat, but I do think he could beat Checo.
Yeah, if he has another dodgy qualifying, especially. I think if he qualifies fourth and gets away okay, I think Lando won't have much chance.
Yeah, I know you're excited about Zandvoort, Johnny, and so you should as Dutch fans. It's exciting. This is what a Grand Prix does, and it's the good thing about Formula One, bringing, F1 to all corners of the world, apart from Africa. Am I right, Josh? He's probably left. He's probably gone in terms of it. But yeah, Bottas will have a 5-grid penalty. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because
me saying if Checo qualifies well, he's got the penalty. Actually, yeah, to be fair, Lando could do it.
Yeah, because we all know what Bottas is like overtaking.
Lewis is going to dominate. Lewis is just going to smash it.
Prediction for Spa: George to get points, Hamilton to win, Schumacher to leave Haas, and Haas to be renamed to USSR Racing.
During the Spa weekend?
Yeah, well, predictions for Spa. Yeah, that's the Spa weekend. He's not talking about Monza now. He's talking about Spa.
Where's Mick going?
Williams are an interesting one for me. Alfa Romeo there, but Williams generally look like they have somewhat of a more competitive car. They look like they're getting to early 2019.
Sorry, Williams?
Yeah, Williams. I know they massively benefited from retirements in Hungary.
Let's not use Hungary as a benchmark.
No, yeah, I'm not. But I'm saying is they've been in and around the points for potential to score for quite a lot of this season.
Yeah, I can't see them scoring points. On a normal race, they're going to be at the back.
Yeah.
In front of Haas, but behind everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I think they could be ahead of Alfa Romeo.
Nah.
All right. Jesus will lead to victory. I think a lot of people getting upset about Bottas incident. Sam O'Gara, I think Williams is better than the Alfa. I potentially think it is better now. A 10, but I think Alfa Romeo have a better driver lineup. I wouldn't be surprised at a Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris podium. Would be a great podium, especially for Norris, but go for now. I'm feeling some reverse jinxing from Stephen.
Lewis is going to dominate. He's going to be absolutely faultless and nothing's going to go wrong for Lewis. I do actually think he's going to...
I missed that. Have Alfa Romeo said that? I mean, strong. Even Alfa Romeo have said Alfa have the better car, but Williams have Russell, which is quite peak on their drivers. Wow. Brutal. Red Bull change engine due to accident, not their fault, equals 10 place penalty. Bottas cause accident equals 5 place penalty. F1 mass.
Is Stroll getting a penalty for his little thing in Hungary? I presume so, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, because his one was much more outrageous than Bottas's.
Should be, but I can't remember. I can't remember Stroll getting one. Yeah, Stroll has 5 places. All right.
There we go.
Daniel to have a small injury in FP1 and Pato steps in and gets the win. Whoa! Bum, 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 Pato! Well, they've got 2 weeks off, haven't they now? You could have a quick little fly into Spa.
No.
Pato! Stephen can't have that because Pato is his IndyCar love.
He needs to focus on IndyCar. He's going to win the championship.
Max Verstappen is his F1 love. If he had both in the same race, he wouldn't be able to cope. He'd be like, what is this?
Although, actually, if he came to F1 for one-off race, they'd have to do F1 merch for Pato. And then I could finally get some Pato merch because you can't get any Pato merch because they only have an American store.
Got you a hat.
Apart from a hat. How did you even get a hat?
Because I'm a magician. Oh, dear. Because they do have some English bit of it. Stephen's had a rant about that. I wish they sold vintage IndyCar merch. Yeah, that'd be cool. Sorry, I that actually would be very cool. I realized I sounded like very unenthusiastic about that. Yeah, that'd be cool. They generally would be. Kart greater than IRL. Well, obviously. Yeah, IRL was just stupid. But it took over because Kart, yeah, that was a mess. IndyCar
the splits,
stuff.
The great splits of IndyCar.
The great splits. It's like the Great War. Less people died, just to confirm.
No one technically did die of the splits.
They didn't die because of the splits, but they died.
Are we now talking about just splits or IndyCar splits?
IndyCar splits. Okay. No one died because of the split.
Do you think anyone has actually died because they've actually done the splits?
It's a bit of a weird question. I don't know. How's that? We'll throw one to you, viewers. Do you think anyone's ever died from doing the splits? What's that?
How much filling we have to do for the Spa preview? Like,
we've had 3 weeks of content, and we're talking about people dying from the splits. What is this?
But no, nothing's happened. That's the thing. Nothing's happened.
I told you it's been a boring F1 summer break. Well, I think this is probably about as many people we get. So we'll use a bit here. So this weekend we will be doing a live post-qualifying stream, but not here on YouTube. There is a company called Oz, and very excitingly, they're launching basically an exciting platform for live streaming, which is going to allow us as creators. It's kind of, Bitmojis on Snapchat. So you got the Bitmojis on Snapchat. So you have Bitmoji versions of me and Stephen, like, but we'll be hosting a show after qualifying, reacting to everything on that front. It's going to be like an event over the course of the weekend. So FP1 he's going to be doing a pre-race event, so kind of like a race preview. I believe that will come out on the Friday, but we'll obviously leave links on our social media and push that when it comes out. We'll be doing the qualifying event, and F1 Racer, another, I think, upcoming
F1 Gamer, isn't it?
F1 Gamer. Oh my God, F1 Racer. Jesus, I've even got F1 Gamer. Oh, sorry there. He will be doing the post-race live streaming there. But basically, it's a really cool platform how we're going to interact with you guys. So obviously, some people who've worked with the Discord with us know that we've done kind of those live stream chats and kind of gaming with F1 fanatics on that front. But you have these kind of virtual Bitmojis. You can interact and you can like things, and we can do polls within it as we're streaming. But also, you can request to come on the show. So almost like a talk sport, if people know that kind of thing, radio show where you kind of request to come on, and you can come on and we can have a little discussion. Like, so we go, Infinite wants to come on and give his opinion and goes, Max is rubbish, Stephen. And Stephen's like, get out, and blocks off. And that's kind of what we do. That's like the show. But yeah,
it's really easy for us to interact with you and also just have a general chat about the post-qualifying. What's getting your thoughts live? If you wanted to insult us with your voice rather than with your typed words.
But chat. You can still have typed words via chat. So basically, it just enhances this experience. It sounds a really cool concept. Bitmoji, so if you're kind of not numpties like us and kind of go, here's my face, world. You can have a virtual face, so no one kind of really knows.
Well, yeah, everyone has a virtual.
Yeah, we are blocking Zoe from coming on the live. Zoe, you're banned. No jokes. But yeah, it should be really fun. They're hoping, unfortunately, at the moment, it is going to only be for iOS users. So if you're an iOS user, hopefully it's going to be on the App Store by hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday, and we will be linking and kind of pushing people to kind of get onto the platform on that front. But if not, there's going to be a link. But yes, it is iOS particularly for us, but hopefully the platform grows and then it goes across to Android users, and yeah, everyone can kind of come across on that. But yeah, we'll be linking there, and make sure you kind of support the whole weekend with obviously Will, with us on the qualifying show, and F1 Gamer as well, not Racer, as previously confirmed from there. Oh, sorry, Sam. I don't know if maybe you can do it on Mac if you had any sort of Apple content, if you didn't have a phone. But yeah, that sort of thing. Peter on Paul. Hello. How you doing, Pete? But yeah, that's it. We'll do a little promotion in the F1 Fantasy on there. Anything more on Oz?
No, just keep an eye on our Twitter, Insta. I'm sure you'll do posts.
Yeah, probably not Insta because I don't do that. But Twitter will go bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
See us, hear us, basically. But yeah, it's really easy because it's all on phone, I think, pretty much. But yeah.
Yeah.
I should be there.
Super easy.
Fingers crossed it's a success. So as many of you people who can come across to that'd be cool. And it'd be nice to enjoy qualifying with you guys. Back to the race. I suppose qualifying predictions. Who's going to get pole or this weekend?
Prediction time, geez.
Lewis Hamilton, pole. That's a new one because I don't think we ever do pole predictions, but Lewis Hamilton.
Are
pole.
we counting grid penalties?
Yes.
Wait, so...
No, we're just doing a poll. We're not doing a 1, 2, 3. We're doing a poll, and then we'll do a podium prediction, and then...
Wait, so can I say Max gets pole, or can I not?
You can say Max gets pole.
Okay. Lewis gets pole.
So we're both predicting Lewis to get pole. Podium prediction. Lewis Hamilton 1, Max Verstappen 2, and Bottas P3. I'm going for the traditional podium. I'm being boring.
I think Bar struggles. He always gets a bit, oh, I'm in traffic, help, kind of moment. And if Lando can get his head down, say Lando qualifies, Lando can, in theory, qualify P2. Because both Red Bulls and Bottas will have grid penalties.
Yep.
So if Lando can get his head down in P2, launch it, I can see Max catching the podium. But I can definitely see a Norris, Leclerc, or a Sainz upsetting and being in that third spot.
Brutal on Ricciardo.
I can't see him.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's
Where is
quite
he?
settled. But one racetrack, hopefully. I'm hoping that he's on his way to Spa this weekend. I'd be seriously concerned if he wasn't.
I'm going to go for Lewis to win, Max to come back and finish second, a distant second, and then third is going to be Carlos Sainz.
Nice. So strong for Peter Norris on pole. Strong performance from Lando Norris.
Norris on pole?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What is this? Yeah, be interesting. Don't know. I'm just kind of ignoring Zoe's. I used to compare Williams to Arsenal, but Williams actually has points. It's the look of the man who's dead behind his eyes.
We're not going to have points for a while, so.
So Carola's prediction: Hamilton 1, Verstappen 2, Norris 3. Nice. Lewis, Max, Checo podium. Okay, assuming the Red Bulls don't take the grid drops. Yeah, interesting. It is an interesting one. I think they'll definitely be prioritising Zandvoort and Monza. I think Spa would be the weakest out of the three.
Don't they have to take it for Spa, though?
I don't think they have to, but they might have to. I don't know.
Do they need new engines as soon as they put the new engine in?
Yeah, you have to have the grid penalty. I don't know. Maybe. They could use an old one for a race or two.
True.
1, Zoe, Bottas, Sainz, Vettel. I'm predicting a crazy race. I mean, that would be crazy. Bottas getting a win. God, mad. Secures his new contract. George Russell confined to Williams for years. Russell signs new 5-year contract with Williams. Will Russell ever race for a car other than Williams? No. George Russell is Williams. He's there to get into will he get into Q2 every weekend? And will George score points? Mercedes are like, this is a great story. We keep going on that. Giovinazzi podium. Giovinazzi! Grazie, Dio! Magnifico!
Sam's predicted only 3 cars to finish the race.
Yeah, I missed the Latifi bit. I got carried away by Giovinazzi. Can't overtake really at Sochi, though. Yeah, I did say Max takes first on lap 1. So how... not really sure where the Sochi came from. Oh, right. They make wait till Sochi. Got you, Caroline. Brilliant. On engine grid penalties. Right. Anything? I mean, I'm wearing an AlphaTauri top. Do we talk about AlphaTauri at all? Because Pierre Gasly.
Yeah. What is to talk about for AlphaTauri?
Pierre Gasly's good. Yuki Tsunoda is developing.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know what happens future-wise for Pierre. Has he got the Red Bull seat for next year? Is Yuki going to get good?
Oh, Azera, I've just seen that comment.
Bloody hell, what did he say?
Toto should be in prison, so Bottas gets a contract extension. Unbelievable. To get
automatically ticks over.
Sorry, I completely blanked there. I was reading Peter's comment about to get over his F1 withdrawal, he watched the USGP 2005. Well, why weren't you watching the 3 IndyCar races?
Honestly, Peter.
Whoa!
Jesus.
I expected better from you. But no, for fans who just watch F1, the break's been tough. Obviously, the break was one of the easiest for us this year because we literally had 3 back-to-back races.
Yeah.
And
I haven't been like,
I don't think we've genuinely had a weekend without a race since F1 stopped in Hungary.
Yeah.
Which is mad. Really good. So we've had a great time. So if you've missed out on IndyCar and the Formula E finale and all stuff like that, get there. At Le Mans as well, obviously, this weekend. Of course.
Do a little note on Le Mans?
Yeah, heartbreak for Robert Kubica.
Oh.
Heartbreak.
What was it? Like half a lap away from class victory in LMP2. Oh. Right at the end. After it was because Delatrouse was on the team. He said after 23 hours and 58 minutes, the car broke down. 2 minutes away. That's absolutely heartbreaking, isn't it?
It is, but it did allow Ferdinand Habsburg to win, which watchers of the motorsport manager kind of streams will know that he was one of the original guys.
Yeah, when we did our Aston Martin one.
He was.
We kicked him out pretty early. He was there.
We don't talk about that because we are jumping on the Ferdinand Habsburg wagon.
We've always been big admirers
claiming in his victory. Yeah. Albon won in DTM. Get him back.
Yes, of course.
That was a good win for Albon. Absolutely. And Albon greater than Tsunoda. I'd probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Tsunoda is still a developing driver. Albon is a much more well-rounded and has 2 years of F1 under his belt. So it would make absolute sense. I go for that. There's only so much motorsport I can handle in a season, especially with F1 having like an entire year season pretty much. On top of football, tennis, NBA, NFL, a splash of WWE, not another sport, surely.
Are you making excuses now?
I think he's making excuses.
I don't think he even likes us.
I don't think he's our friend. He doesn't like us. He wants to watch you cry, Stephen.
I'll do it. I'll do it, Peter, if you keep coming up with these absurd comments.
Stop watching WEC after LMP1 class finished. Yeah. I mean, they won pretty convincingly in the end, the number 7 car, and Kobayashi finally had it because they've had a lot of bad luck, the number 7 at Le Mans. But yeah, finally done it. So that was good from that front.
Yeah, they dominated.
I've got more excuses than Mikel Arteta. Sorry, was that your crying through the pain of an Arsenal fan right now?
No, I think he's on the chart of make me cry.
Unpopular opinion, I find endurance racing extremely boring. I think I can understand. I think endurance racing, you have to kind of go all in. I watched the 24 hours of Daytona earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it.
All 24?
No, for as much as I could. Like, it was nice drifting in and out through a bit of it, but that was mainly because I knew a lot of the drivers in there. So I was kind of trying to keep up.
Our indie boys were fine for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if you don't really know the drivers, if you don't really know the teams, if you don't really know the context of it, I think you go, why am I going to sit and watch a race for 6 hours?
Or 12 hours.
Yeah.
Or even 24 hours.
Yeah. But I guess there was no drama in the top class. Pretty convincingly, the number 7 car won. And Toyota have been pretty convincing at the top of WEC for a while. So they're kind of waiting on the hypercars. I think the hypercars will give the category a new lease of life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, for me personally, it's just not a fan. But then I can say that about quite a few motorsports. Formula E, MotoGP. I respect them, but I just don't enjoy them as much. Good old F1 and IndyCar.
Absolutely, and like Peter said, joking aside, there is only so much you can dedicate to watching. And seeing as we have YouTube channels on both F1 and IndyCar, that's a pretty full-time gig. So there's not much room for anything outside of that. But there is perks and ones or anything. I think you just have your personal preference of what motorsport that you enjoy. And some people will love endurance racing, love the kind of constant on track, the kind of navigating of traffic, the chaos of trying to figure out who's who, and just that war of attrition that it is in the race. And some people will go, I don't really get it, and go from there. Sam, as a feeder series fan, I can agree. So much racing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're mental if you're a fan of the feeder series, because there is just so much to follow, which is really cool. But yeah, at the same time, it's
a full-time job.
Yeah. What Sam said, endurance racing is amazing. Love all the different car classes. The feat of keeping the car running for such a long period of time, all the incidents, it's so addictive. Absolutely, Katie. And we know, big endurance fan watching. And another one like Gianni said that he stayed up the entire time. Yeah, we'll go from there. Laura J, BTCC is good for short, quick races. Yeah, I'd say that. British Touring Cars is one of the best touring car championships in the world, I would say.
Yeah.
Super competitive, super fun, and a bit rough around the edges, which is quite nice. It has quite a nice rawity to it, and manufacturers and teams can compete against it. Hazair watches F1, FE, F2, BTC, IndyCar, and started getting into NASCAR this month. Oh my God.
Oh, NASCAR.
Insane. I mean, NASCAR, you do have to dedicate. I think that is definitely one category of motorsport you really have to understand, because I've not got a clue.
Between the Infinity and the Cup and the playoffs and the championship. Bam.
Yeah.
So much.
But yeah, LMP2 was super close, which obviously the safety thing came out.
Outrageous, isn't it? It's tradition to have a guy run onto the track and wave his flag. Whoa, there's a race going on. He had to jump out of the way, for God's sake.
I'll be honest with you. I get the tradition of waving the flag, but even him, I think he's got a little bit of a screw loose, hasn't he? Because I'll be honest with you, when I'd seen those cars, and he would know, right, because he would have watched monitors, he would know that it's going to be close to the end.
Well, he may not be paying attention to the MBT. It's oh, yeah, look, Toyota's come around in formation. Let's wave a flag for them. Woo!
Yeah, he may have done.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm alive.
Why would he run into the middle of the track? Why not just stand to the side a little bit? I guess if you're going to go for it, you've got to really go for it.
He needs to get the camera shot, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Geez, zoom. And support series are where people like Norris come through. Absolutely, they are. Very interesting to go from there. Obviously BTC Canada has the Formula British F4, doesn't it? I watch F1, F2, F3, and Indian Formula E. This is an interesting one, seeing what series that people watch. Le Mans, I was really excited for in this year, next year, because of the new hypercar class. Absolutely, that should be interesting. Any final thoughts on Spa? Because obviously we're going off on tangents.
Yes,
now,
of course.
As we always do.
Well, I think we've rounded up. We think Mercedes is going to come out on top. Red Bull may struggle on pure car performance. The fight for the best of the rest will be between McLaren and Ferrari. I'm back in Ferrari. He's back in McLaren.
Yep.
And then Aston Martin will sweep Alpine aside. Williams will then beat Alfa Romeo. Haas will be at the back. And who cares about AlphaTauri? Did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone.
That's it. What a lovely, as you put it in the IndyCar podcast later, beautifully rounded up. Beautifully.
I don't think it was as beautiful as your roundup. And if you want to watch that beautiful roundup,
Stay tuned over on Indie Fanatics for more motorsport content, specifically IndyCar.
Yeah.
Monday, what a day! What a day! And I think
what a day to be alive.
I think a new thing is coming. I think it's going to be the Blue and Reds podcast, the Blue podcast, where I think it's going to be me, Mr. Meerkat, Jordan from the F1 community channel, and obviously previously of the F1 debate show, and Ben from the Blue podcast. So that should be interesting there. We're recording tonight, so that might come out tomorrow. But yeah, we'll be looking out for that as well. So promoting.
Where can you check that? Is it got his own channel?
Yeah.
Maybe a link down below?
Maybe.
Maybe look out for the Twitter.
I'll do it tomorrow. That's the
what a way
thing.
to promote it.
Absolutely. And we've got F1 Fantasy coming out tomorrow as well. And yeah, plenty of content coming out from us. But F1 is back, and I always love Spa. So let's hope that it's not like Spa 2020 and it's more like Spa 2019.
What? So Leclerc's going to win?
I'd take it. But yeah, on that note, you wonderful F1 fans, thank you as always for being a part of the live streams. It's great. And look out for Oz. Look out on Twitter. We'll be linking it, hopefully in F1 Fantasy tomorrow if the app goes live. But look out for it mainly on Twitter, where we'll be promoting it. Obviously, our Twitter account is at fanatics_F1. And you can follow Stephen as well. I think we can probably share those. But yeah, if you don't follow us already, why? Don't really tweet much. That's probably why. But yeah, anyway, see you later, guys. Have a great one. It's been good as always. Brilliant in the chat. Enjoy the rest of the week of racing. Look out for all the content that's coming out. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And for now, you F1 fans, keep racing. Oh, I didn't press end stream. Bye.